It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From American Airlines Center in Dallas, tonight, the Dallas Mavericks taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Dallas begins the game with the basketball. 24 wins for the Mavericks a year ago. Jay, I know you can't wait to watch this young backcourt in action.
Yeah, they have the backcourt of the future, and if you're a Dallas Mavericks fan, think about this. When's the last time you had an explosive backcourt? Jason Kidd, Michael Finley, maybe? Now think about Luka Doncic and also Dennis Smith Jr. A dynamic backcourt. Both guys can handle, both guys can shoot. You lose Yogi Ferrell to free agency, but then you also draft a guy in 33rd named Jalen Brunson, who's a tough kid who won a national championship at Villanova. Safe to say the backcourt is going in the right direction for Rick Carlisle.
Ben Simmons at the line for a chance at a three-point play. 56% for his career. Free throw up and good. A three-point play right at the start, and it's 3-0. Dallas owns the basketball to Nowitzki. Smith. Nowitzki. His first effort off the mark. The follow won't go either.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
In the front court comes Smith. 5-point game. Nowitzki to Jordan. Taken by the Sixers.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
DeAndre Jordan, look out.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Redick cleans the offensive glass. And Jordan able to secure the rebound. Dallas with the possession to Nowitzki. Beyond the arc for three. Not that time. He missed it. From the painted area, won't go down. Smith with the basketball. They're down 3. Nowitzki, he's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
I hear so many players talk about, oh, my skill set is this or my skill set is that. How about your skill set is your effort on the defensive end? That's something we don't talk about as much as we need to.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
I got to be real here. I think he was the only one expecting to shoot that shot. The crowd, the coaching staff, every other player on the court and myself, all of our mouths are left wide open right now.
Doncic down low for Barnes. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Knocks down the first. Two for 2 on that trip. Jay, it's a huge question in Philadelphia. What can Markelle Fultz be in his second NBA season?
He could be a former #1 pick in the NBA draft. He can still be a star. I don't think any of his shooting woes had to do with that shoulder injury last season. It was mental. It was the yips. He's been getting reps this entire summer with that form, with that rhythm. And if he keeps shooting the ball the way I've seen him shoot out in California, this kid could be a star next year.
Oh, Ben Simmons. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
You know, I'm going to say something that people probably won't like, but guess what? I don't care. I'm already crowning Ben Simmons as a top 5 playmaker in the league. His first true season, he had 18 points, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds. He could finish around the rim and make everybody else around him look great. There's no doubt about it. He has all the ingredients to be the heir to the throne.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Barnes to Jordan, down low. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. Draws the contact, and Jordan will go to the line to shoot two.
I'm the first to say I like the intensity as much as the next guy, but you gotta be smart. Early fouls like that may come back to haunt you later in the game.
DeAndre Jordan at the line. First try at the line, no good.
Substitutions, Dallas.
Oh, he missed on a pair. Embiid. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
To Jordan. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Here's Barea. 14-10 to score. Inside, he scores.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Markelle Fultz to Embiid. Oh, and that's stuffed by Jordan. And they retain the possession.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Short jumper stays out. Fultz. Mavericks with the possession. Barnes curling inside. Wide open look, won't go.
He missed that shot on his own. The defense didn't do anything on that play to make him miss.
Fires the three. Markelle Fultz forcing that one there. Well defended. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Had a difficult first quarter. Couldn't really find his rhythm, but you got 3 more left to play.
Yes, Wesley Matthews. Missed his first. That one goes.
I mean, this is something everybody can relate to in their lives. It's happened to me while doing broadcasts as well. Sometimes you're physically there, but mentally you're nowhere to be found. We obviously saw one of those same things happen on the court.
That's it for the first quarter. It's the Sixers out in front. First quarter complete, on to the second period. A little bit of a feeling out process so far.
Yeah, both teams have came out. They play with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
That's off the side of the rim, no good. Jay, he's the one that got away. But why is DeAndre Jordan now right for Dallas?
Because he wants to be there. If you remember Dallas courting him back in the summer of 15, he actually committed to them verbally. And in a calamitous and emoji-filled turn of events, Jordan actually changed his mind, spurning Dallas to stay in L.A. It's good to see both sides have reconciled, and now Jordan to be the pillar and the franchise down low on the blocks for the Dallas Mavericks.
Dallas has it. To Brunson. Probing the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. Brunson gets it in the right corner. To Jordan. Joel Embiid able to recover with the block. That's his first of the game.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Stepping in for Philadelphia, number 8.
For three. Off the mark. No good. Here's Barea. They trail by 2. And a whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't connect. It's no good. Lets it fly from long range. Tough shot. He hits.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
It's the Mavericks right now at the controls. To Brunson. Drive here, but the shot stays out.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Here's Barea. Right now, down 7. To Matthews. Baseline drive. Short jumper off the mark. For 3. Amir Johnson at the line. And hits the first free throw. He delivers with 2 free throws.
Substitutions.
Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. Now a whistle. Dallas will use the timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
Oh, Ben Simmons. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Jay, what's the next step for Ben Simmons?
MVP, Ed. To win the MVP. But perception is reality. And I've been hearing this stuff from a lot of people who've been watching Ben Simmons show out this past summer on IG. one will perceive that Ben Simmons has already won a championship when that has not been the case. Ben Simmons needs to get back to the lab, stay in the gym, continue to work on that jump shot, because this is still a team that lost 1-4 to the Celtics without Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward.
And the rebound comes down to Jordan. Slams it down.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Lays it up and in.
I'd say his game is translating to the league just fine.
Simmons to Fultz. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He's not known for that. Markelle Fultz, the former #1 pick, hits a tough shot.
And that's what this game is. As the game plays, you have to adjust on the fly. That delivers the element of surprise.
Sixers call for time as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 15, Wilson Chandler.
Simmons.
Into the game for the Mavericks. Number 40, Harrison Barnes.
From long range. And it's Jordan there for the rebound. Smith to Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Fires the three. Is good.
There it goes in. The fact of the matter is some players aren't taking that shot on a regular basis, but still have the confidence to make them when you need them to.
Nowitzki, no good. Deep three at the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. First half in the books, and a great start for the 76ers.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The 76ers have the advantage on the scoreboard at halftime. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Mavericks are in need of some changes at the half.
Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments.
These are the guys getting buckets for the Dallas Mavericks.
Game track. Assists.
The Dallas Mavericks
Are struggling to move the ball and create good looks for each other. What makes it worse is their opponent isn't having nearly the same problem.
Player of the half.
Joel Embiid
Looked great in the first half. He was constantly fighting for position in the paint and owning the boards.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going.
Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Sixers finally break through. 52 wins last year. But, Jay, where do they factor in a top-heavy Atlantic division?
I still see this team finishing on the outside looking in. What I mean by outside is the 2 or 3 spot. I think this is Boston's division to lose, Boston's conference to lose. But still, the question marks with Toronto, Kawhi Leonard, does he really want to be there? Changing up their coach, what's going on with that franchise? And the question mark still is around Ben Simmons and his ability to shoot the ball down the stretch.
And he finishes at the rim.
And it's so deflating for the defense when you pick up right exactly where you left off at halftime. That's the kind of energy you need.
Smith to Barnes. Harrison Barnes. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
A couple of years ago, Harrison Barnes was one of those potential guys when he played with the Golden State Warriors. But he's really came into his own and found his stride as a solid NBA player playing the last 2 years for the Mavericks. He's developed a strong all-around game, averaging 19 points per game last season.
Mavericks with the basketball. Smith to Luka Doncic. Surveys the floor. Nowitzki to Dennis Smith Jr. Here's a chance from long range. To Embiid. Joel Embiid. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Joel Embiid looking to take his game to a completely different level after working out with one of the best trainers in the league this offseason. An all-star for the first time last year, averaging 23 points. Safe to say, oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. Doncic. Beyond the arc for 3. No good. Redick to Fultz. Redick. J.J. Redick. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
Joel Embiid rejects it. That's his first of the game. And that'll get out of bounds off one of the Mavericks. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
We're watching the clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Here's Barea. His guys down big. Barnes. Goes to the right side. Nowitzki. That's off the side of the rim. Short.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
The Mavericks signal for timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. To Nowitzki. Mike Muscala sends it away. That's his first of the game.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Harrison Barnes powers it through. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To McConnell. Fires the 3. Like the confidence. Tough shot there from McConnell. Shot from the lane won't go. To Embiid. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper stays out. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it. Now a whistle. Dallas will use the timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this 3rd quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Starting in for the Philadelphia 76ers, number 55.
Barea shot. No good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Barnes. Inside, he scores.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay, but you're definitely not fooling me twice.
Simmons. And scores.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognized how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
Harrison Barnes looking good. 4 for 5.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Through 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Look, I'm not the one to hate. I'm the prime example of a bad decision that turned out well.
19-footer at the buzzer. 3 quarters down, and the 76ers have to be feeling good. Dallas with the basketballs. We begin the 4th quarter, and they're not totally out of it just yet, but you'd have to say they have lots of work to do to get back in this game.
They probably have to put together some kind of 10-0 run to get back in this ball game, but this is when an opportunity has a chance to become magical. I've been part of it, and I've seen it happen so many different times. Just because a team has been dominating you the last couple of quarters doesn't mean that you can't start believing in yourself, that you can do anything you want to do on the court at any given time. You watch, once you start to believe, you'll get back in this game.
No, good defense there as the Mavs take it away.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Smith Down low for Powell. Joel Embiid pins it. That's his first of the game.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Has a look. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
And he's going to the free throw line.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA Awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Dallas owns the basketball.
Hands up. Hands up. Hey, big screen right there. Big screen.
Driving right to the basket. Dennis Smith Jr. 3 for 6 now.
Ed, 2 years ago, I was sitting in the draft room absolutely shocked that Dennis Smith went at 9 in the draft. And when I think about this young man's game, he is just scratching the surface of what he can do. He finished tied for 4th among rookies in scoring last season, and I guarantee you his game is going to continuously go to different levels.
Couple of cracks at the line now.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Dwight Powell at the line. First try, no good.
For the Philadelphia 76ers, number 50, Wilson Chandler. Into the game for the Dallas Mavericks, number 15.
Missed the second as well. Nice finish at the rim.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
From the painted area, won't go down. To Embiid. Joel Embiid. He's now 4 for 6.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Dennis Smith Jr. He's 4 for 8. That's 50%.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
And he knocks it down, Jay. Dallas with the possession. Smith now doesn't have the touch. No good. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Smith now into the front court. Down a bundle. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Reddick, they'll get it down to Johnson. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Amir Johnson trying to cash in on a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Oh, he can't connect. Smith into the front court. He'll run the offense. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Reddick. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Tough shot. Well defended. Smith with it up top. Down by 15. Brunson to Jordan. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Off the mark on the first free throw.
For Philadelphia, number 31, Mike Muscala.
Second one's good. Splits the pair. Sixers have the basketball. Simmons. To Embiid. Scores from the post.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Brunson to Luka Doncic. And he buries it.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
Simmons gets it in the right corner. Reddick. Defenders could lose sleep with this guy. J.J. Reddick, well defended, still knocks it down.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you, or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes, or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
To Nowitzki. Doncic. Dennis Smith Jr. If he's hitting shots, it could be a long night.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Simmons to Reddick. Lets it fly from long range. Smothering D. Has a chance. Off the mark. The Sixers are victorious as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers came away with the victory in this one. And some people may disagree, but I think their ball movement was the biggest key to their victory. Still, I think we'd all agree that they made the defense look slow and confused throughout this matchup. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Mavericks couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you can tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Dallas Mavericks.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
The Philadelphia 76ers kept going on bombing runs, finishing with a significant number of three-point baskets. Offensively, it allowed them to stay confident and ultimately got them a well-deserved win.
Player of the game.
Joel Embiid put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped, and when he realized he was in his zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was gold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
Here we go with the top three plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here in the final third of the season are the remaining games. On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.